Hello, guys. Welcome to the Coolest Chels podcast. This is your boy Deboho. Please kindly like and subscribe to the channel, guys. 12 more subscribers to reach 1,000 subscribers. That will be a huge milestone for this channel because I've been trying and pushing to get there. So, if you haven't subscribed, please kindly subscribe to the channel, guys. So today I'm going to talk about Noni Madueke and latest Chelsea news, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts about Noni Madueke potentially going to Arsenal. But before giving my thoughts, I think it's fair enough to read the news and everything. Then I'm gonna give you my thoughts, guys. So, like I said, please kindly subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. So this is yesterday from David Osti. It says Arsenal have agreed personal terms with Noni Madueke. The player has given his green light to the move, but there have been no club-to-club talks yet. So far, Noni Madueke is open to go to Arsenal, but again, no negotiating yet at the moment. So let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen. And just to follow up that, Fabrizio Romano shared some tweets also. So according to Fabrizio Romano, it says a 5-year deal approved by Noni Madueke camp. Arsenal is set to send an opening bid for Noni Madueke after an agreement with the player on personal terms, which was this morning. This tweet was this morning from Fabrizio Romano. From Fabrizio Romano. So anyway, before moving on, I think we have a latest update, guys. So before talking about Noni Madueke, I think it's fair enough to address this latest update. I think this will be a fantastic move if it happens. So according to Francois, Chelsea and Valencia are close to reaching an agreement for loan of Leslie Okuchu. Finally, Leslie Okuchu is going to a proper club. Finally, guys. Leslie Okuchu is going to a proper club. Let's see what will happen, guys. Let's see what will happen with Leslie Okuchu. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Personally, I think this is a fantastic move if it happens. And I feel sad for the boy because I thought we had proper plans for him. He's tall, DM, and he was doing very well during the preseason. But we went to a different route now. We have Andre Santos and Dario Sugo. So, yeah, man, nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. But overall, As always, please kindly subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. I don't know what I did with my format. What did I do now? So now we have news on the price tag for Noni Madueke. And I don't mind, we need to scam Arsenal as much as we can. Chelsea are expecting to field offers of more than 50 million for Noni Madueke. It remains to be seen if Arsenal will be willing to do a deal at such price. Personally, I don't care. I don't care. It seems like Noni Madueke is open to go to Arsenal, let it be. But personally, in my honest thoughts, right? Let me give you my thoughts about this. If Noni Madueke stays, I won't have a problem. If he leaves, I won't have a problem as well. So it's up to the club, his camp, and everything. What will happen? So personally, I don't mind. I don't mind Noni Madueke leaving Chelsea, and we're heavily linked with Mohamed Kudus. Unfortunately, it seems like the deal won't happen anymore. It seems like the deal won't happen anymore because hmm, Tottenham are pushing for this guy. So sad, man. But it's okay. So this is what Fabrizio Romano said earlier. Says Mohamed Kudus only want to join Tottenham this summer window. The player has been very clear on his intention to join Spurs and not consider any clubs or approach now. So clearly, whatever we can do to convince this player is going to Tottenham Spurs. So from West Ham to Tottenham Hotspurs. Let's see what will happen. Let us see what will happen. It's okay, we don't get the player, but I think what we need to do as a club right now is Chelsea, right? We need to sell a lot of players. Then we can think about opportunities. Where can we add? Personally, I think we still need another left winger. Right winger, I think we are good. Even if you sell Noni Madueke, we have Petro Neto, Estavia William can play there. Also, Cole can play there sometimes, and we play Petro Neto as number 10. So let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen, guys. So Dodgers already have another update. Uh, oh man, here we go again. Oh, seems like Leslie Guchugu is no longer part of Chelsea future plans. Seems like Leslie is not part of future. Chelsea are not accepting loan proposal for Leslie Oguchuku, permanent move only. Why did we sign him then? Why did we sign him? I don't understand, man. I thought the plan was for him to go to Strasbourg, but what is happening? What is happening, guys? Give me your thoughts about this. Give me your thoughts about this. Man. Anyway, I don't know. Let me get closer to my camera and closer to my cold drink. So Chelsea are only considering permanent sales for Leslie Oguchugu. Very interesting. But anyway, with Noni Madueke, like I said, personally, if he leaves, I don't mind. If he stays, I don't mind as well. But since he already agreed personal terms with Arsenal, I think the deal will happen. And also, after this, I don't think he will play for Chelsea. Even on the semi-final against Fluminense, I doubt he'll start. What if his mindset is already focusing on Arsenal and we were going to play him against Fluminense? So, I don't see him playing against Fluminense. But let's see what will happen, guys. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. You can give me your thoughts on the comment section. What do you think about everything is happening around Chelsea? And also, Victor Gyökeres seems like he's going to Arsenal, and a lot of Chelsea fans are not happy about this. But you all know my thoughts, right? I always wanted him or Victor Osman, but we signed Liam Delep, and nothing I can do about it. So this is the latest, guys. Anyway, on Leslie Kuchuk and everything, but I want to go straight to what David Austin was saying today during the Athletic podcast, right? It says, I think Newcastle made a strong move in this summer for Pedro and tried to convince him to join. I think they would have been prepared to do a deal with Brighton, but his preference was always to join Chelsea. And he was fantastic against Palmares. Those few minutes, man, he played. This guy was fantastic. And I have a sneaky feeling that he might start that game on Tuesday. So before the end of the stream, I will give you my preferred lineup for that game because I'm not sure tomorrow I will be able to do a stream, but I'll try all means to do a stream. But I'll give you my lineup and everything. So, Joao Pedro, thank you for choosing Chelsea. Now, after those good moments, cameos, I think I need you to add goals and assists. And hopefully we can win this tournament. But again, it won't be easy because it's game by game. So if you win on Tuesday, final is 50-50. I don't care what is Real Madrid or PSG. I don't care. And even if PSG, we are not Inter Milan. We're going to play the final with PSG just to get 5 goals. No. I don't think will happen. But overall, I think we need to take it game by game. Game by game, guys. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. So this is the latest on Nicola Jackson. Says, I don't think they Chelsea are actively trying to shift Nicolas Jackson, but he is liked by a lot of clubs, and Chelsea are always uh, open to conversations. Personally, I don't think we're going to sell Nicolas Jackson. I don't think we're going to sell Nico. But if we sell him, let's go for Hugo Ekitike. Hugo Ekitike. But I don't think we're going to sell him. And I hope him and Liam Delep are going to challenge each other so that we can be a better team, man. We need the results next season. And even though I say we took a huge gamble to sell Liam Delep, I'm going to hype him because he's a Chelsea player right now. But hopefully him and Jackson are going to produce a lot of results for us next season because we need them. We really need them. So I don't think we're going to sell Nico. I don't think we're going to sell Nico. I don't think we're going to sell Nico. This is my opinion. This is my opinion, guys. So we will see. You will see, guys. Yeah. Big up, 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 DJ. Let me do this, DJ. If you're free, I'm going to send you a link on DM. It's been a while, bro, not talking with you. Let me share you the link. If you're free, you're most welcome to join. You're most welcome to join, DJ. It says Saudi clubs want Jackson. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. And also, Fabrizio Romano mentioned something yesterday, right? Or the day before, that Chelsea are linked with this player. So, guys, give me your thoughts about this player. Ethan, Ethan Nwaneri says Chelsea have told Arsenal and people close to uh, Nwaneri that if they problem with the contract, then they would be ready to attack the situation if going to be down to another game time person, etc. According to Fabrizio Romano yesterday, I think. Wow, wow. DJ, give me your thoughts about this kid. Would you take him at Chelsea? Chelsea fans, would you take him? You saw my comment on it, right? I will take him anytime. Yes, I know his numbers at the moment are not good enough, but again, this guy is so good. This kid is so good. He can create a lot of chances for us. I saw him creating chances for us now. the time was getting minutes and everything. So I wouldn't mind him at Chelsea. But let's see what will happen, guys. Let's see what will happen. Let us see what will happen. So DJ, I've sent you the link via DM on X. If you're free, you're most welcome to join. You're most welcome to join. So give me your thoughts about these guys. Ethan to Chelsea. Ethan to Chelsea. What are your thoughts, guys? Before we move on, guess what Enzo Maresca shared on X? What a coach, man. Dante.
Yeah, big up to
How are
Beggar.
you?
Everyone in the chat. Good. Just woke up, so yeah, just saw you run. I'm like,
Yeah, I thought you were sleeping this time. That's why I didn't want to bother you a lot.
yeah, I was, but I went to sleep a little bit earlier tonight, so yeah, that's why I'm up nice and early because I got something on in a couple of hours to go. So yeah, that's why nice and early.
Yeah, nice and early. So, anyway, what are your thoughts about this? Would you take this kid at Chelsea? That I think Fabrizio Romano mentioned yesterday that Chelsea are open to sign this kid only if he doesn't sign a new contract at Arsenal. So, would you take him at Chelsea?
Yeah, first of all, we'll see what happens. If he does sign that contract, um, if Madueke is 100% going to sign for them as well, I think if Madueke signs for them, well, he's probably down the pecking order a bit more again. So I don't think they'll be able to promise him the game time, to be honest. So yeah, he's another one of those really, really talented, very young youngsters. But um, yeah, I probably would take him. I've seen him play a few times. He's very, very skillful, very short, but very strong. And uh, that was probably my worry linked to Malik Fafana. He hasn't got that strength, that core strength. Well, this guy's got it. He's really low to the
Yeah,
ground and very, very strong. So yeah, grew up in the Premier League, obviously. So yeah, look, he's a really, really amazing talent. Probably the type of player we probably need. Just wouldn't want problems in the dressing room. Not another one asking and demanding game time that you don't want. But I'm sure if a deal gets done, they'll talk to him about it and they'll sort it out. But look, he will play more probably at Chelsea than Arsenal. That's for sure. If we do buy him and Noni goes the other way.
yeah. And big up to Ty. It says big up DJ. So, do you think this kid will improve us?
That's a hard to say, that one. Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't know. He hasn't
yeah,
played enough to know. The times he's played, he's probably been the one of the best players when he played. He was really, really sensational, and when he was playing. So hasn't played that much though, so that's always a little bit of a worry. But look, we need another one. Maybe he's good. He'll be make exceptional depth squad player, and he will still play a lot of games. But yeah, not sure if he's going to make us way better. That I don't know. It's hard to tell now. He's young. That's the problem. He's so young. 17 turned 18. He's 18 now. So young player like that, you don't know exactly if he's gonna look. He's done it in the Premier League, which is good. He's got the skill. He's got the dribbling. He's got this. Like I said, that for a young kid, he's got this core strength, which is very important. So I think he'll do really well for us. Is he going to make us way, way better? I don't. That's a hard question to answer because he's very young. A lot of might be inconsistencies still there. So still learning a lot of stuff as well. So yeah, look, it just depends what we need him for and what position we're gonna, play him and how we're gonna use him as well. So But I think it's a little bit early. I don't think this will get done. There's no way. I don't think Arsenal will let him leave. To be honest, especially to us, such a young player that a lot of their fan base absolutely love already, and that would upset a lot of people if that happens.
I agree with you. Mm, After if the Arsenal sign Noni Madueke, I think I think he will push to leave because uh, he won't get enough game time. There will be Saka that side and Noni Madueke ahead of him, so he won't get enough game time. So
No, he won't. That's what I mean. He probably won't. Um, Especially if they're going to sign Eze or someone else. Well, then even worse. So yeah, he's not gonna get much game time at Arsenal, and that's probably why he hasn't signed the contract. And this is probably why also Arsenal are looking at Madueke, a replacement for him could be as well.
mm,
Um, Plus Madueke can play on the left as well. So yeah, look, even Madueke, he won't start for Arsenal. He's not starting over Saka. He's not starting over Martinelli either, to be honest. Not even over Trossard, probably. Depends which teams they play. But even Madueke will be a squad player there. He's not going to be a starter.
yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Let's see what will happen. But
But I'm good. If we can get 50 million plus, I think that's a great deal. You can't, like I kept saying, this is it. His value will be the highest now. After this, probably by January or by end of the season, he's going to be very low, especially if he causes trouble, doesn't, he's not happy, he's not playing enough, and then he's pushing more for a move. That'll put the price down a lot. Plus, he might not play as much over Neto and maybe Estevao.
mm,
So yeah, look, if we can get that money, I'm happy for him to go. No problem.
yeah,
If he doesn't want to be here, bye bye.
and also I think 50 million for Noni Madueke, I think is enough. We brought him for how much? I think it was 35 million, right?
No, 29, 29.
29.
29 pounds, but I think yeah, like euros is 35 or something like that.
Let me check.
But 29 million pounds, yeah.
Let me check quickly here. Noni Madueke. When was that? So far now I can't see it because just show me the latest from last season and this season. So
I looked it up yesterday. That's what he told me, that 29 million pounds. That was the fee we paid. So yeah, look, it's decent fee, but yeah, we probably want to double our money almost. Probably don't need to double it because he's been with us 2.5 years, coming up to 2.5 years. So it's already, even if you sell him basically for 30 million, you're still probably making a bit of a profit. But obviously, we're going to sell him much more than that. But yeah, so we're going to make a very good profit on him. Decent, very, very good profit if we sell him for 50. Now, he will probably, if he does go, I think he'll go around that same price tag Gittens went for, 48 plus add-ons or 50, something like that. Same price, yeah.
yeah, 100%, 100%. But I think before we continue, we didn't talk about the game that we played against
Oh, yeah.
because I had to go earlier that day, so that's why
Yep,
that's why I couldn't
I remember.
give the reaction. But I think it's fair enough to talk about the game and address some other issues because man, who would have thought Chelsea Football Club will reach the semi-final? Who would have thought that we could reach the semi-final? So overall, what are your thoughts about the game we played? I think it was Saturday midnight, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It was morning for me, 11 a.m.
Yeah.
It was actually a good time finally.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, we played very well, I think, in that first half. Absolutely dominated them, controlled possession, good interplay, running. Yeah, amazing first half. One of our best probably the best in the tournament. 100%. That's the best half. So did very, very, very well that first half. And I did say it when I came on at halftime for you, if we need to get that second goal because they can come up with something out of nowhere, and that's exactly what Esteval did. So um, it made it a little bit difficult that second half. They attacked us that second half, the start of the second half. They did very well, Palmeiras, for probably half an hour, but after that we kind of grabbed the game back again, and then we applied a lot more pressure, and yeah, we got the result. So overall, we definitely deserved the win overall, 100%. I think we were the much better team anyway overall. Um, but yeah, it was close. It really should have been over at halftime, to be honest. We probably should have scored at least 2 to 3 goals in that first half. So yeah, look, much better performance. Um, they're getting used a bit probably to the conditions, the weather. Like I said, the pitches are not the best. This one was a little bit better, this
Yeah,
pitch, but still, there's quite hard pitches. The ball's bouncing, always bobbling around. Like the passing, you got to get really spot on. But this was definitely the best pitch we've played on so far. So it was a bit more, a bit more green, and you can see they were passing the ball around much better. So yeah, look, very happy for the win. Like I said, probably deserved overall the win. And just like Maresca made that comment, he said, perfect day. Chelsea wins. Esteval scored. It's a perfect day for Chelsea FC all around. So yeah, very happy.
I just want to show you something. Let me check something. I'm just waiting for. Uh, what is that? I want to show you something. I was telling you something. The tactics, right? Oh man, how can I check this?
I think you know. I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
What is that? I don't think I'll get it right now. It's so hard to get it, but I was. Let me do this. I think
We don't need to talk about tactics. Tobago, he's only got Maresca's a one-trick pony. He doesn't do nothing else. It's just the same thing all every week.
no. I don't.
I'm just saying, he's a one-trick pony. It's the same every week. We don't need to talk about tactics.
No. Forget about them. And big up to Cole Palmer. I wonder which winger we are going for DJ if Noni leaves. Personally, I don't think we should rush to find another winger. We need to sell a lot of players before we go to another player. And also, Astava is coming. We have Pedro. Also, I think likes of Cole Palmer can play their side. Then we can play Pedro Neto, not Pedro Neto, Joao Pedro as a 10. So we can use different variations before we find another winger. But anyway, we are talking about the one trick pony, right? Look at this against Palmares. Look at this. Hmm? Are we are we playing the same system here? Come on, come on, come on. Come on, these guys, man, I watched. Enzo Maresca doesn't know what he's doing. Look, during this tournament, we played, I think, 3 or 4 systems during
Yeah,
during this tournament alone. But we are playing, according to several Chelsea fans, Enzo Maresca doesn't know what he's doing. Hmm.
it's not Enzo Maresca. It's the they chose to change the formation themselves. The players. It's just yeah, they're not listening to the coach. It's very simple, obviously.
Yeah, so I'll read this thread after maybe tomorrow. Look at this. Look at how beautiful is this, man. We are all over there. My issue with us is that we are not clinical enough to win the game. So
Mm.
if we reach the final against PSG or Real Madrid, we need to be clinical because those teams can punish you anytime. Anytime.
Yeah, and we won't be playing. We won't be playing versus PSG or Real Madrid. That's for sure.
Yeah. No. It's risky.
No, he's not gonna do it. He's gonna. It'll be. We'll probably the one sit back and we'll try to catch them on the counter attack.
Look at this. It's, I keep telling everyone that my gaffer is Diet Pep.
Okay.
Oh man, look at this, man. What if you win it? Oh, those negative fans, I'm telling you right now, they won't like it. They won't like it.
Look, for me, I said before the tournament started, probably quarterfinal, maybe semi-final. I think that's a great achievement. Getting to a semi-final, that's already like a great achievement. Anything else from here is like a bonus. If we can, if we somehow lose the semi-final, close game, whatever, or something happens, you lose it, I'm still fine. I think it's still a win-win for Chelsea. We played well. The players get a little bit extra holidays as well, which will actually help them.
Yeah,
So I don't mind if we somehow lose the semi-final and we don't deserve. Well, I don't mind. It is for me. We've already achieved the goal. Like I said, the semi-final. I was very happy to get to the semi-final before the tournament started. So kind of achieved that goal. But definitely we got a great draw, and yeah, we'll hopefully get to the final as well. But for me, anything after this, it's already a bonus anyway, in my opinion.
yeah, I agree with you. Even for me, I think it's already a bonus. But since you are here, Dante, right? I,
Yeah, yeah.
I think we should go for the trophy. But again, PSG and Real Madrid are stronger than us. But still, they have some mistakes at the back. Maybe Real Madrid. That's why I would prefer to face Real Madrid in the final than PSG because PSG are more solid. If you watch them,
Of
yes.
course.
So
PSG is the team in form in the world. They're the best in the world at the moment. They're in form. They've won, and they should be the favorites 100%. Because I mean, they deserve it. To be honest, they've done so well. Yeah, Real Madrid would be more ideal. The defense, as you've seen, even against not just these, against other teams, they always concede 2 goals. Like they just concede goals. So um, yeah, definitely Real Madrid would be the option. But look, I wouldn't mind PSG. Why? Because I would love to see how we match up and how we play. That'll be awesome just to see how we are, where we are as a team. And I don't mind playing PSG at all. Yeah, the number one test in the world at the moment is probably playing PSG. That's the best team in the world at the moment. So I wouldn't mind playing them in the final at all if we get to the final, that is.
100%, 100%. Overall, I'm happy about that win. So yeah, man. But Noni Madueke to Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal, give us money, man. Give us money all the time. You have been linked with our players. That's why we like you, Arsenal. But Arsenal are going for Victor Gogoretz. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they are, but it's not. He's not a certainty in that team, to be honest. Not the way Arsenal played the last year. The way they set up the last year, defensive, sit back, defend really, really well, and then set pieces, corners, counter attack. Depends how they set up. It'll be very interesting to see if even we'll see if Gokares goes there. Probably will, but like he's not going to score that many goals like he did. That's for sure. But it just depends how Arteta if he changes it up a little bit, or he's going to go back to the way they played a couple of years ago, or the way they played last year. So we'll just wait and see. But it is what it is. If they get him, they get him. Good for them. But it's not a certain 100% that he's going to do amazing in the Premier League because he hasn't really played in the Premier League. He played in the Championship. So is he very good? He's very, very good at the moment. One of the top strikers. But I keep saying Portugal is very different. It's very different. It's a very easy league for those top teams in Portugal.
Mm.
They score a lot of goals. The strikers for all those top three teams always score a lot of goals, and a lot of them that have gone overseas have not done very well after that. Uh, One has probably Suarez. I remember he was very good, but there's not too many that did too well coming out of there, to be honest. So uh, strikers I'm talking about. So yeah, look, we'll we'll wait and see what happens, but we're not that far off them, to be honest. We're trending in the right direction. We were only 5 points behind them, so we've improved. We're getting players. We're probably going to get another player at least. So we've improved. So yeah, I don't think it's that big of a gap, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. Papi says our midfielder is to destroy. PSG and Real Madrid. Yeah, PSG midfielder, man. Oh, Vecino, Neves, and Ruiz. They are so good, man.
Yeah, technical, and they got the enforcer as well there, Louise. So they've got the technical passing, closing down quick, really quick young players, and then they've got that Louise more, more physical. Basically, is the enforcer in that midfield. So they've got a very very strong center midfield.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying Dante. I know as much as you said, maybe if we get PSG in the final, if we go through to the final, we'll test ourselves. But for me, Real Madrid, even their midfielder, I'm not even scared with how they play. So I would prefer Real Madrid. But again, it's football. Let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen.
See what happens exactly. But I have a feeling PSG will get past Real Madrid pretty comfortably.
Yeah, they've got two red cards, right? So uh, that means their players, I think, is Hernandez and Pacho. So they won't play the final if they go through, right?
Pacho's probably the big one. Yeah, and then there's not as much because he was came on as a sub anyway,
Yeah,
so he's not really playing that much anyway. So, but Pacho's the central defender. That's the big one. Yeah, definitely. Real Madrid, Hoyson as well. So their centre, the new kid they brought as well. That could be a blessing in disguise for Real Madrid because they'll bring a more experienced defender in. So yeah, look, I still think PSG will beat them pretty comfortably the way they play and the way Real Madrid play. That's made up. That's a game set match for PSG the way they play. I think they'll cause them too many problems,
yeah, 100%, 100%. So
and that's why it's yeah. If you play Real Madrid, definitely 100%, we've got a much better chance than PSG. But like I said, I want to see that midfield versus our midfield. That'll be a really amazing game to watch. So it's like I said, the best team in the world, PSG at the moment. It's a test. You got to beat the best to prove that you're up. You're getting. You basically win this Club World Cup. You got to beat the best. So if you beat them, 100%, you earned it.
yeah, guys, if you're new, please kindly subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. So before we move on, what are your thoughts about Joao Pedro's first game? Uh, how did he play for you?
Yeah, yeah, very good. Yeah, came on, looked sharp. Um, Surprised he actually played, to be honest. Very surprised that early. He basically had one training session, or maybe one or two training sessions max. So he must have done really, really well in training to get that call, especially over Jackson, to come on over Jackson. Wow, yeah, I was not expecting that, to be honest. But could be Maresca, stamping his foot down, or we don't know something about Jackson. So, like I said in the interviews, doesn't want players that don't want to be here, don't want to compete for their spot. He doesn't want players like that to be here. So maybe that's a little sign. We don't know. We'll wait and see. But yeah, Joao Pedro, amazing for his debut. You can see he's got that
Mm,
quality of he's got the Brazilian technicality. Can hold the ball up well, dribble, shoots well. Is your not a typical nine, but he's a very very good. He's much better in the box than probably all over Jackson by far. He's much better in the box, more of a box presence. So yeah, look, very excited. He'll link up well. We'll see how he plays. What position he'll play. Obviously, he can play the 10. He can play the striker role, and he can play on the left as well. So we'll see how Maresca uses him more next season. But yeah, signs are good. He fit in like a glove.
yeah, signs are good. So breaking Chelsea must raise north of 16 billion in sales to ensure new signings can be registered in UEFA competition after breaching rules, according to TimeSport. I think we are going to sell a lot of players, so I think we are good.
60 is easy.
Yeah, I think
For
from
us, that's pretty easy.
exactly from us is pretty easy because let's say, for example, 50 Noni Madueke, we still have to sell Jao Felix, Disasi, Sterling, even Leslie Kuchuku right now. So I think we'll be okay.
Chilwell, Broja, we've got so many that we did the list. It was like 10 or 12 players that really should be sold. So
Yeah,
getting 60 million, that is not going to be, that's pretty easy.
yeah. So they won't give us a deadline when we should sell these players, right? Maybe before the Champions League starts.
It would be, yeah, by the end of the transfer window, most likely will be, yeah, yeah.
Nah, I think we are good. I think we are good. So Papi said
Of course, we're good.
no
Yeah.
new no new sell would cover that amount indeed. Yeah, I don't want to be worried with us in terms of selling players. I think we are one of the best or the best. So we have this guy
Yep.
is the first time seeing him here, Chemex. We have Esteva, William Neto on the right winger. We only have Gittens on the left winger. We need a backup unless it's Terry George. No. I think Terry George will go on loan, and we must.
Maybe, yeah. Well, Joao Pedro is that other left-sided player that can play that, especially against low blocks when Cucurella will overlap and that left-sided player moves in a bit more centrally. Well, that's your Joao Pedro role. So he's, yeah, we kind of got Joao Pedro to play that left wing as well. So we've actually got that player as well, and George for other certain cup games, etc. If he doesn't go, so we're pretty much covered. I think we've got everywhere basically. It just depends what will happen in some of the outgoings, but we've actually got cover for that left wing side. Like I said, when we play against those low blocks, Joao Pedro can play that left wing, no problem.
Yeah, 100%. So let me read this comment again. It says, "Sell Noni, Gittings will be more than what Noni has to offer." Yeah, Noni. You know my issue with Noni, right? After the game, I was watching a video from Chelseafc TV, even though I don't like the host, but I wanted to hear fans' opinion. They said the same thing about Noni. Noni Madueke is doing the good thing in terms of delivery, but his end product is so poor. That's the issue with Noni. So us selling him, that's why I said selling him but not selling him, I won't moan about it because we always complain about Noni every time. His end product is so awful. So let him go to Arsenal and then let the Arsenal fans complain. I'm tired. I'm tired of Noni Madueke and everything. With Gittings, perfect fit for us. Jamie Gittings is perfect fit for us. I can't wait to see him at Chelsea. That's why that month they really make debt on us because if you sign him for this tournament, I think will be perfect for us, man. Jamie Gittings, what a player.
100%. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. To me, it's an upgrade. That's definitely an upgrade over Madueke, in my opinion. So already, so um, yeah, perfect. Again, perfect. Will fit the system perfectly when we play a certain way, the usual system. So yeah, he's gonna. I think he's gonna have a massive impact next season. He's a very, very good young player that plays. That's perfect for the system Maresca plays. So yeah, like a bit like João Pedro fits in like a glove. The same with can say the same thing about Giddens as well.
100%, 100%. And even said, I've listened to the interview. They asked him about his style of play and everything, and he said the way Chelsea plays with a wing, how Enzo Maresca uses wingers, is the perfect system for him. So from DJ Safe, Chelsea sources remain confident that they will not be adversely affected by the settlement agreement. They stress they are not forced to sell players unless they want to go and not concerned about registering players for the Champions League. So I think will be good, DJ. And thank you for sharing this. So we have this news on Leslie Okuchuku. I don't know, man. With Leslie, I'm so upset because the reports before Fabrizio Romano said Leslie Okuchuku agreed personal terms to go to Villarreal on loan. But Fabrizio Romano said Chelsea are not accepting loan proposal for Leslie Oguchuku, permanent move only. So, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think we feel this boy?
Yeah, look, we don't. I keep saying this. People overreact a lot. We don't know what happens off the fields, behind the scenes. So we don't know. He might not be ready. He might be the one that just wants not hasn't settled in England, and maybe he just wants to go. Maybe he's the one that wants to go. So obviously, just like what you read out there before, Chelsea don't want these players, but if they want to go, no problem. They'll find a way and solution, no problem. So I think it's more there's no room in that Chelsea midfield. First of all, there's no room. We're stacked. Second of all, is yeah, like I said, he might not be exactly what you see, as in maybe some outfield stuff, maybe doesn't train well, maybe just personal reasons he wants to move. So if Chelsea they heard that from the player, they're gonna make that happen. There's no point loaning him out, so they're just gonna sell him. Um, if they can't sell him, then maybe they'll loan him out. I mean, there's some players you can't sell sometimes. They might loan him out for another year right at the end of the transfer window just to give him more time to work something out. But obviously, they want to just move him on, get that money in, and obviously for the player as well, he wants to go somewhere where he can play all the time as well. So I'm sure Chelsea will work with him very closely, and they'll find a solution. They're very good at doing that.
Yeah, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, bro. So, uh, says Chelsea should be working on the left back position, centre back, goalkeeper to be fully ready to compete. So, what are your thoughts about this, Dante?
Look, I'm sure they're looking at players for that left back position, especially centre back. Maybe, probably. I don't know if we need one, to be honest, anymore. If there's a right opportunity that comes along, someone that's very experienced, they might look at that. But otherwise, maybe they might not be buying. We were told at the start that they were going to look for a centre back to sign, so that hasn't changed yet. But like I said, it depends on what happens behind the scenes in this tournament, preseason, how the coach sees the team. If he's happy with what he has, then we just keep it this way. I think we're okay at centre back. I mean, I think probably it would be good to bring in like a Guehi, like I keep saying, someone more young but experienced, leadership, captain. Just recently won things international, England international starting centre back. He would fit in well, but I don't think we need to rush that position if there's nothing available, if there's no people available. I think we're okay. Left back to cover for Cucurella, definitely that one, 100%, a bit more, that one. Goalkeeper, the same as centre back, to be honest. We've got a players there that can do the job pretty well. Not to the best of ability, but pretty well. So again, if an opportunity arises like the Magnan deal did, we'll look into it. So we'll wait and see. It's still a long transfer window. We'll see what happens at the end if they're going to get a keeper or not.
I, I, I have
We'll have to wait
I
and
have a feeling that we might go back for Mike Mania, but not right now. Maybe towards the end of the transfer window, because AC Milan knows that if he doesn't sign a new contract,
see. Yeah,
he's most likely to go on free. But also, I think we need to be careful because they must say, okay, no, we rather keep him because there's no time to get a replacement. So let's see what will happen. Sanchez, man, on and off. That's the issue with him. Even the Estavia goal, and I know we had an argument on X that it was a brilliant goal, but overall, man, yes, Jerry on his near post. But I won't take it this special moment for Estavia because that kid, man, that kid passed his test that game. He was so good. He was giving a lot of problem for Marco Corella, and I enjoyed that because I know Cocorella is aggressive, but Estavia, he knew that Cocorella will give him hard times. What he did was driving the ball in the middle. That kid is so special. What are your thoughts about him during that game before we move on?
yeah, exactly. First of all, with the
Dante?
goal, yeah, I don't think there's no keeper in the world that stops that goal. Unfortunately, the speed it went up right top. There is no keeper saving that. Most most he had a pretty good position. He was covered. If it wasn't in the top corner, he would have probably saved it. But top corner like that, no keeper saving that. I'm sorry, that's just not happening. So yeah, I don't blame him at all for that one. I think the rest of the game, he had a good game. Besides the mistake, obviously the passing mistakes, which I know, but goalkeeping, he saved everything he needed to save and claimed every high ball he needed to claim. The rest he did well, just like he's done the last probably 10 games for the season. So we know he's still got that, unfortunately, that IQ problem when he's under pressure when he needs to pass the ball. So that's a problem. But you can't really saving and claiming and stuff like that. He's top. Like he had the best save percentage in the Premier League, one of the best. So yeah, he's fine. Yeah, if he stays, obviously I would prefer definitely Magnan, another keeper. But if he stays and there's no one available, well then I'm okay with it another year. It is what it is, unfortunately. So, yeah, Esteval, yeah, amazing. Yeah, played very well. Like you said, a big test for him against Cucurella. Forward to it. I was hoping he stay inside because I want to see him against Cucurella because I knew what Cucurella's going to do. I knew Cucurella's going to be
Yeah.
in his face. He's going to rough him up. He's going to really test him, and that's exactly what he did. Showed no respect. Completely kicked him many times. A lot of the players did actually. A couple of the players really went after him. So but he passed the test, like you said, the physicality test. And we keep talking about physicality. Bob, we keep saying he's probably not. I need to watch Brazilian football. They're very, very, very physical. They're hard fouls. So he passed the test. He's got that. Even though it doesn't look it, he's very strong and he's very resilient. He can take challenges. He can take big hits. He'll get up and keep going and keep trying. So yeah, he had a really, really good game. One man of the match again. So amazing. Yeah, I think, and that's why I think probably is in trouble because of that as well. I see it as well, and he knows he might be, that instead of second choice behind Neto, he'd probably be third choice now. So yeah, like we were saying, maybe Noni's not too happy about that, and he's not backing himself. He might just want to move somewhere else. So it is what it is. But yeah, Estevao, no, I think one of those generational young players that did so well in Brazil, of course, already. And I think he'll do very well in the Premier League, in my opinion. I think he'll be on that right hand side. I wouldn't be shocked at all if he's up there very soon to start on that right hand side.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Let me check the comments. What did I do right now?
And I will look after him
Says,
properly. I know that he'll coach. Yeah, Maresca will look after him. He'll integrate him. Very similar what we saw with Mudryk, did with Mudryk. Slowly started a couple of games, then slowly worked on him for the next couple of months. Slowly into getting better and better and better every game before he got banned. He was actually really, really good. So I trust Maresca and the coaching staff that they will take good care of him.
yeah, I agree with you. I trust Enzo Maresca because I don't want to talk a lot about Enzo Maresca because it's proving people wrong now. It's proving most of the people wrong. And I wanted to share something, but I'm not seeing the stats now. I think the latest stats, we won, I think, 12 games out of 14 games we played. In our 14 games, I think we won 12 games, and two of them, mind you, we got the red card because of who? Jackson. Can you hear me, Dante?
Yeah, sorry, you were breaking up just before. Me or you, I'm not sure.
Okay, I said we won 12 games out of. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, 12 out of 14, correct, yes.
And those two we lost is because of a red card of Nicholas Jackson. Shame on him.
Yeah, look, it is what it is.
Says
It is what it is. Maybe he's getting a bit of discipline from Maresca now. He's being
yeah, I think so. Even on Noni Madueke didn't start. I think our previous two games.
yeah.
That shows
Since the
that
report
he
came
doesn't
out,
trust Noni Madueke. So I'm glad now Enzo Maresca is having that courage to drop players if I'm not doing very well. Neto have been fantastic for us, even after his loss of his best friend. But during Palmeiras game, he created good chances and we couldn't finish. So man, we need to do better. We need to do better in terms of finishing those chances. So Jamex says, would you keep or sell KDH for next season? Dante?
yeah, I would keep him as long as he wants to be there. Just like Maresca says, if he wants to be there and be in the squad and compete and be okay with maybe not starting every game because it's going to be hard for him in the positions, then 100% you would keep him. Uh, First season is always a bit tougher coming from a smaller team. Coming to Chelsea, he struggled a little bit at the start, but as you saw in the last, especially in the Conference League in the last couple of months, he was very, very good. He filled in for Palmer in that 10 position when Palmer was injured, and I think he did a very, very good job. He really proved he's got it. He just needed a bit of time to settle. And I think next season he'll be even better, more settled, knows everything around him, more comfortable. If he stays, he'll be even more settled, and he will be used quite a lot because we have a lot of games, so all the cup competitions and everything. So he will be used quite a lot. So I think he should stay definitely. It just depends on him personally if he wants to stay, and if he's happy to do that. Some he might not be happy, but I think he's the type of guy that he's okay to do that, and he's gonna fight and stay. And you never know, a couple of injuries, and all of a sudden he might be starting because a couple of injuries away. So yeah, look, I think should stay 100%. I think he's improved a lot in the last few months.
Yeah, and the quality of his finish, man. How he finished that goal he scored against, I think is Tunis, not Tunis, Benfica. Lovely finish.
Benfica, yeah.
Lovely finish. And that is kind of goal that I want to see from Nicholas Jackson. Just be composed and pass the net. That was fantastic. Overall, I personally, I wouldn't mind keeping him at Chelsea, only if you want to stay at Chelsea to be a squad player. And like you're right. If we get an injury for maybe Cole Palmer, I'm not saying Cole Palmer should get an injury. Maybe if we get it, I think we have a replacement for him. KDH can play that role, so I don't mind. I don't mind keeping him at Chelsea because doesn't moan unlike other players. So I'm happy about it.
Yeah, and I think Maresca has a really good relationship with him. So um yeah, I think he stays as well. I don't see him going, to be honest. I think he'll stay. Like you said, yeah, you said Palmer, yeah. But if Palmer, knock on wood, it doesn't happen. Say Palmer gets injured and then um Esteval is not settling in well, or he gets injured as well, and then there's no real number 10 backup.
Mm.
Yeah, Joao Pedro can play there. So a couple of injuries, and then all of a sudden he gets a lot of game time. So, and it can happen. It's a long season. You never know. So, yeah, I think he should definitely stay, fight for the position, and yeah, if he's happy, I'm very happy to keep him. I don't think he should go. I think, yeah, definitely stay. In my opinion, we need that depth.
Mm.
We really need that depth, and I think he's a real pro as well. You can see he fights hard. He speaks very well. He doesn't complain, like you said, and he's a true professional as well. So, he's very strong. He presses really well. So he's got a lot of stuff to his game that really, you need in training to have more players like that. I think it's really good for training, especially for some of the younger players to have him around. I think it's only going to benefit some of those players, especially like Esteval coming in and some of the youngsters. Yeah, it's going to really benefit them.
Yeah, 100%. So this is the code I was talking about. Jimmy Gittens says Enzo Maresca was showing me the way he likes to play with wingers. The system is built for wingers to attack their fullbacks and great stuff, and I thought doing it with Enzo in this system is perfect for me. Man, I can't wait to see this boy. I think it's going to shock a lot of people because we already seeing likes of General Miriams talking rubbish about him and stuff. Why we don't go for ready-made players? How many times did we complain about it? Look, there's this the new structure for Chelsea. Even likes of PSG are doing it right now. Look at PSG. They're no longer signing players for the sake of signing them. They're scouting top talents, and they are making them world class players. No one knew Due and even Bracolo. The time we wanted them at Chelsea, no one knew them until PSG signed them. No one knew Vetino, even Naves, until we saw them at Porto or Benfica, if I'm not mistaken. No one knew them, but they go to PSG. One season they were learning Luis Enrique's system. Next season, boom, they know the system. So look, man, as much as we want Alexa Victor Osman and everything, I think right now this is working for the sporting director. So let's give them a chance. And I think you're not far away from challenging for the league and everything. We are not far away from me personally. We are there, but we just need to have a strong, solid squad so that the players can get know each other, have experience. For me, next this upcoming season, I don't think we're going to challenge for the league, but towards that, I think we have a strong chance to challenge for the league, bro. So people stop mourning, man. I'm tired.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Everything you said there, perfect. Yeah. I feel the same way as well. So yeah, I think we're heading in the right direction. And you can't we're not in a position to sign those type of players. Yeah, because of salary, but also where we were as a team, the project, the rebuild. You can't those players, most of those won't want to come anyway. The way we're set up. That will change, of course. Now we're back in the Champions League. If we do really well in the Champions League, we do well in the league. That will change next year. That will get you. You're going to attract. You might be able to sign those players. So yeah, people just got to take it easy. Just realize where we are and what we're doing. We're not doing, and we can't do what we did before under the previous ownership. And look what they're doing. We're getting fined left, right, and center, paying so many fines because of that, because of Roman Abramovich, the way he did business. And I love Roman Abramovich, but unfortunately, he did a lot of stuff off the books, and we're getting fined for it now. Even Roman wouldn't be able to do that now in this day and age. He wouldn't be able to play like that. He wouldn't be able to buy players like that and do that anymore. Not with PSI and the financial rules. That's just not going to happen.
Mm.
We're not a big enough club to do that in this day and age. We don't have a big stadium. We don't have the revenue of some of those really other bigger teams. Till we get that with that sorted, I think this is the reality, unfortunately, and this is the way to go about it. And we've seen a lot of the other teams are following our model. Even some of the other bigger teams, they're following the model. So yeah, look, it was always gonna take longer. It's come the fourth year now, and by the fifth year, that's when you should hit the sweet spot, and you should really be challenging. Start challenging for everything. So I think we're 1 year away, basically, like the plan was. I think we're probably 1 year away from challenging uh, for league and Champions League. I think it's not far away. If we keep this core of group world class players together, the core, and then add to that, that's gonna happen, no problem, in my opinion. I can see that happening. Maybe not this year, like you said, but next year, 100%.
Yeah, big up to Ben. Says, tell me about Rodrigo. Personally, I don't think we're going to go for Rodrigo. The only issue is his current wages at Real Madrid is earning more than 200 K per week.
250, I
Yes,
think. Yeah.
I think it's 250. So no way Chelsea are going for him. The price tag I don't think will be a problem. Even it's 80, 90, 100. Chelsea can pay that. We all know that. But the issue is these wages. So and also we signed Gittens. So I don't think we're going to go for Rodrigo. That will be unfair to Gittens. I think Gittens will surprise a lot of people. says, what does it mean to win the Club World Cup this season, are heading towards the next season and the future? First thing first, if we win the Club World Cup, that means totally we're going to have more than 100 million in our bank, which is a lot for in terms of FFP and everything. But Chelsea are going to have that badge for 4 years. That's massive. But let's see, man. Let's take it game by game. I don't want to be overexcited about the winning the Cup.
Yeah, we haven't won anything yet.
Yes, that's let's say take it game by game. Let's see what will happen. And also another good news: Cheris James trained today, so I'm glad that James is available for the next game. And even Moses Caicedo is back for the Fluminense game. But I don't think we missed Moses Caicedo against what you call Palmares. Enzo Fernandez was very good that game. He dropped deep a lot of the time. Even Santos, what he did very well that during that game, he didn't want to complicate everything. Every time when you have the ball, just make simple pass. That's it. Pass, pass. Not overdoing everything. But did you see how many tackles he won that game, Andre Santos?
Yeah, yeah. Look, he started a bit slow.
Yeah,
He didn't look that. He was a bit nervous, not very comfortable. But after 15, 20 minutes, he started getting better. And the second half, he was much better in the second half. So he did have a. I think he had a more easier, simple role, like you said. Maresca, just sit. You're the DM. Just sit there and link up the play from the defenders and just pass the ball quickly. Don't hold on to it. Don't dribble too much. Don't get in trouble. So he had a very simple role. So he didn't have too much to do. But when he, like you said, when he put in a couple of very important tackles and challenges right at the end in the second half, so he did very well in the second half. I think he got over those nerves and just being a bit more safe in that first half, and a little bit more in that second half. And yeah, look, for a first game for such a young player, that was a very good first start. Um, I don't think he'll probably play there. I don't think the plan is for him to play there just because Lavia was out and Caicedo was out. I think the plan is to pay more of a box to box,
yeah,
more central midfielder than an actual DM. So yeah, but look, he had to cover. It did, like you were saying, Reece James was supposed to play there really, but in warm up, yeah, like you said, he got injured, so or felt something, but he's back in training now, no problem.
yeah.
So he probably wouldn't have even played there, not started there, that's for sure. So, but the role he got, that was a very simple role. The defensive midfield role is much more simple role. So he just have to be very safe with the ball. And yeah, when he needed to make those challenges and tackles, he did very well, aerially and on the floor.
100%. Look at those stats, man. Just imagine after one game, FIFA Club World Cup, Jules won, Nunes Mendes 12, Koulibaly 10, Andre Santos 9. Look at Pedro Neto 8. His work rate underrated. This guy, that's why
Oh yeah,
Enzo Maresca doesn't want to drop him because defensively and attacking Pedro Neto is so good. And also another thing, he never got an injury at Chelsea, but at Wolves was getting injuries left and right. So I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. So, Dante, anything you'd like to add
yeah.
before we wrap it up? Because I think tomorrow I'll try to do another live stream for a match preview for the same final because I'll be free
Yep,
tomorrow. Also.
yep, yep. No, we've covered pretty much everything there. Yeah, those rankings are pretty. Yeah, so Andre Santos there did so many in that single game. So yeah, look, like I said, and that was most of it was the second half,
Yeah,
not the first half. He didn't have much to do in that first half, to be honest. So yeah, he came up. We needed him. He came up, and he showed up. We already knew he's got quality. We just needed to slowly integrate
mm,
him, and yeah, it takes a bit of time. So no rush. Young player like that, you gotta look after him. So I think Maresca did it perfectly, in my opinion.
yeah, 100%. So, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. You had Jemex, Ben,
No problem.
DJ Seth, Papi, Ty. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. I'm the child. See you tomorrow in the next stream. I'll be doing the match preview for the semi-final against Fluminense. Hopefully, we can knock out Thiago Silva. No hard feelings, but we need to go to the final, Thiago. Abri Charles.
Take care, guys.